Euro 2024 is finally here. Tomorrow night, Germany and Scotland will get us started for this edition of the European Championships. It's sure to be a brilliant tournament. Over the last week, we've been building up to the tournament in Germany, and now it's time for our predictions. So, this is who will win the 2024 Euros. Alright, let's get into our predictions then. Euro 2024 starts tomorrow. Harry, firstly, are you excited?
Can't wait. Cannot wait. Tournament fever has fully kicked in now, and we have got a very, very, very exciting month coming up for us, and I can't wait. I mean, these predictions were quite difficult, but we've done them, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'd argue otherwise. I think this tournament is quite predictable. It's really obvious. No, I'm very excited for it. The Euros is always going to throw up a surprise. We're going to be live for every single game of it, starting this Friday. Germany versus Scotland should be a banging way to start the tournament, but I'm very excited for it. Let's get into some predictions then. Shall we start with our sort of the roguer ones, rather than going through the tournament? We'll start with our dark horses. Harry, who are your dark horses for the tournament, and are we going to see that in your predictions?
Well, see, this was an interesting one, because I look at this and go, dark horses, who are you going to pick? Now, see, a lot of people look at Turkey at the World Cup, went terribly.
In the Euros, yeah.
In the Euros, sorry, and it was very, very surprising. I think dark horses at this tournament are very, very hard to predict. If I had to pick one, I think I'd have to go Scotland. But the problem for me is that isn't represented well in my predictions either. But nice. I think Scotland will give it a good go. Apart from that, I really don't know. It looks pretty nailed on to me.
Yeah, fair enough. I think it is. I'm going in the same group actually for my dark horses. I'm going to say Hungary, because they've done some really good work over the last few years, and I think they will be right up there to actually be able to compete in this tournament. I think that they'll get through that group stage and then cause some issues for some big teams in the knockouts, and they would meet England based on my predictions. So how will that resolve? Let's find out. So we'll start with Group A then. I think the thing with the group stages is we think quite similarly, so I think ours will be quite similar. So Group A, what have you gone for?
Germany, Hungary, Scotland, Switzerland.
That is exactly what I've gone for. Germany, Hungary, Scotland, Switzerland.
And that's the thing. These are very nailed on groups for me. I think I look at the top three sides. I think Germany, Hungary, Scotland will give it a good go. I think it'll be very competitive between those three. Switzerland, I don't see doing as well, but they're going to be up there. This is probably the most competitive group. This is probably the one that I could see maybe switching around. Maybe Switzerland could do better than bottom, but overall, I think this is the most competitive group, and we've gone for exactly the same thing. So that bodes well for the rest of the groups. But yeah, I think that is, in terms of strength of competitiveness, that is probably one of the best groups.
Yeah, it's a weird one for me, because I think a lot of people will put Switzerland second and won't really consider the fact they lack a recognised goal scorer. I think that a lot of people will be predicting that Scotland could go far in this tournament. A lot of people will be underestimating Hungary, but I think for anyone who's watched our previews, you'll know how much we raved about Hungary in that game. I think in that video, I think they are the team that I expect the most from in this tournament, as those dark horses now might be sorely disappointed, like everyone was with Turkey in 2020, but I think that Hungary have a lot of potential. They come to this tournament on a real high, and I think this group is a really nice one for them. I think that, opening weekend, Scotland will likely lose to Germany on that Friday night. If they don't, then Hungary have a clear shot at top of the group, because, all they'd have to do is win their games, and then they could even lose to Germany and still top that group. So, yeah, I think Hungary are in a really good position. I think that Switzerland will perform poorly this tournament. I think they really lack goals and attacking areas. I don't see who scores them. So, for me, Hungary are set to make a real wave in that group.
Fair enough.
Group B, I think this one, again, has a lot of options. I've gone Spain, Italy, Croatia, and Albania. Have you gone any different?
No, I haven't exactly the same, but once again, I think you could see a change there between Spain and Italy. Maybe Croatia could get into the top two. Albania, I feel sorry for them. They're not going to stand a chance, but they're happy to be here. But I do think Croatia, Italy, Spain, they'll be very competitive. To be honest, I think I've only gone in that order because, that's how I felt when I woke up.
Yeah, fair enough. I think the same. Mine's a bit more methodical than I just felt that way, but I think the only deliberation for me was between Italy and Croatia. I think those two, though, are fairly even. I think for me, Spain are ahead of them in this group. I think they're just a stronger side. And, while in the past I've struggled with scoring goals, Morata does seem to be doing quite well recently. He does always do well when he has a Spain shirt on, sorry. So I think they will do well. Again, Italy and Croatia I was tight between. I just think Italy are a stronger nation than Croatia. I think they're a stronger team, and I think therefore they'll get out second in the group. And then it'll be interesting whether Croatia actually get through or not at all. So we'll have a look at that in a moment. But yeah, Albania unfortunately just not able to compete in that group. It's a bit like Hungary the last Euros when they were in there with Portugal, Germany, and the Netherlands, I think, or something like that. It's just impossible for them to compete. Let's get to Group C then, the England group. England, Denmark, Serbia and Slovenia is the order I've gone for, and I think that'll be the order most
100%.
people predict. I think Denmark are a serious threat to England. Obviously, we played in the semi-finals in Euro 2020, and that was really tight. Serbia and Slovenia both coming in for their first tournaments in a while. Both weren't in the last Euros. You expect them to be slightly lower quality, and I think most people would have Serbia and then Slovenia, I think.
Yeah, 100%. I think Serbia have a bit more experience in there, but again, this should be a group where the top two run away with it and the bottom two are kind of left in the dust.
Yeah, I could see England and Denmark both on 7 points, to be honest. I could even see it the other way around. I wouldn't be surprised if Denmark managed to get more goals in other games and then draw with England, or if Denmark could beat England, and even though they'd have a lower goal difference, they'd obviously have more points. So I could definitely see Denmark topping that, but from an England point of view, we should be winning that group.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at Group D then. I've gone France, Netherlands, Austria and Poland. Again, I think this one's quite self-explanatory.
Yeah, exactly that. France are going to be coasting clear. Netherlands are a good side. Austria and Poland, for me, haven't got enough quality to challenge the top two sides. They lack, both sides lack quite a bit. As we said in our previews, again, this group, speaks for itself. Two big sides are going to fly away. Bottom two, we left in the dust.
Yeah, once again, we could see France and Netherlands the other way round. We could easily see Austria maybe into the top two. Not easily, but if Austria got a result against the Netherlands, then you never know there. So I think that could definitely be interesting. Group E then, again, I feel that there's upset potential in Group E, definitely, because I think Ukraine, Romania and Slovakia are really tight. But that is the order I've gone for. Ukraine, Romania, Slovakia, obviously Belgium on top. Again, it's really difficult to mix anyone in here because Belgium are just so strong. You think Ukraine are slightly ahead of Romania. You think Romania are slightly ahead of Slovakia. The order sort of writes itself there.
Yeah, I think this one, for me, comes down to just out-and-out quality. It could be, to be honest, I think between Romania and Ukraine, it's very, very tight. But if I look at the playing squads, I look at the overall teams, and you look at what Ukraine have done, I think Ukraine will take that second place. But to be fair, Romania, they're on the up. They're playing some nice football. Who knows? They could turn up and they could get that. I wouldn't be totally surprised if they were to turn up and take that second place. I wouldn't be shocked. But I think personally, for me, I'm just going to go Ukraine.
Personally, I think they'll both get through. So it doesn't really matter the order, but I think that they will probably draw with each other. I think they'll both beat Slovakia and both lose to Belgium. Yeah, and it'll just be that I think Ukraine can get a couple more goals in there. They've got Artem Dovbyek, and I think it's all going to come down to how badly they lose to Belgium and how convincingly they beat Slovakia. And I could easily see that Ukraine could, only lose 1 or 2-0 to Belgium, put a couple past Slovakia, and so they get that second place. But either way, I think they'll both get through.
Yeah.
Into Group F then, again, Portugal, Turkey, Czechia and Georgia. I deliberated Czechia and Georgia being the other way round.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, I just think I could see Georgia beating Czechia on their day.
The deliberation for me was between Turkey and Czechia. I thought, if Patrick Schick can put up the numbers that he put up at Euro 2020, then that would be enough for me to see them through. Because the goals he scored in that tournament were crazy, and as we say, last one Turkey really stunned us. I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw Czechia take that second spot behind Portugal and Turkey, crumble again and end up getting knocked out.
Yeah, you talked there about Schick. I think the only thing there, though, is if he doesn't score, Czechia don't score. So he needs to score some goals, really. Let's have a look at the knockouts. Firstly, which teams are getting through from those third places for you?
So I've got Group A, Scotland. Then I've got Group C, Serbia.
Yeah.
And then Croatia from D and Romania from E.
Okay, I have a slight difference. I thought I put Romania through, apparently not. I've got Scotland, Serbia, Croatia, Austria. But I don't think I put Austria through, so I don't know how it's done that. Either way, they're losing. But I do think it will be interesting in there. So Spain, Scotland is how mine's gone. I think yours will be the same there.
So yeah, Spain, Scotland. I mean, I think Scotland are going to do well. As I say, I think they're going to reach the round of 16. I think they have a good tournament.
Yeah.
But Spain is probably a stretch too far. If this doesn't transpire as it does, and they do come second in their group, they would get. I don't know. I think obviously the draw could be different. If Scotland get a favourable game, I think they'll get through. But here, for me, they've got Spain, and I don't think they're going to beat Spain.
Well, they've beaten Spain before, but it just didn't happen. I don't think it'll happen again.
No,
Sorry, this time that was obviously in a friendly or a qualifier. I just don't think it's going to happen in a major international tournament. So I agree there. Germany, Denmark. I think we've both got the same game there. Again, the hosts are likely to go through.
If this wasn't on German soil, I'd give Denmark a really good go because they're a very, very good side. They're renowned for the way they can beat big sides. They're giant killers. But I just think Germany at home aren't the type of team that are going to get beaten by Denmark. If Denmark had got, say, a Netherlands or Italy or Portugal, I'd probably maybe back Denmark to win in there.
Yeah, I could still see Denmark winning it, to be honest. I think that could be really tight.
Yeah.
Portugal, Serbia, I think we've both gone
Spot on.
Portugal.
No.
Again, that should be a comfortable victory, but you never know. Netherlands, Ukraine, I deliberated because I think Ukraine could definitely win that.
I'll say penalties.
Okay.
I think Ukraine will give that a very, very good go, but I'll go Netherlands to nick it.
Yeah.
I think again quality will prevail as the game goes on. Because if Ukraine send it to extra time penalties, wouldn't be too surprised. They're a very, very good side. They're big, good fighters. They'll give it their best shot. But overall quality shines when you get into those moments of a game. When you get into the 115th minute, the quality of Netherlands will prevail. So I'll go Netherlands just though.
Yes, same here. Belgium, Croatia, again, could really go either way. I'm giving it Belgium's way, though. They've got to be the favourites there. France, Turkey.
Easy one for me.
Yeah, France should win that. But they did lose to Switzerland, so you never know.
They did.
And then obviously England, Austria. I'm saying England.
I've obviously got England, Romania. I'm still saying England, though. If anything, and Austria's probably a tougher game. But who knows, mate?
Yeah, I don't think it put my third place teams through in the right order, but it doesn't really matter for later in the tournament. So... we've got one more game, haven't we? It is Hungary, Italy. Which way are you going with that?
I've gone Italy to win that. Euro winners in 2020. Hungary, they're a good side, but I don't think they'll have enough to beat Italy here.
Well, we have a difference at last. I think Hungary, my dark horses, will beat Italy. I just think they'll have enough to edge that game. I know you want to set up that lovely little England-Italy rematch in the Euros, but for me, Hungary are looking really strong. And Italy just haven't enticed me this tournament coming into it. They don't look very exciting. So yeah, I think Hungary will win that. On to the quarterfinals then. So I'll set up Spain, Germany, Portugal, Netherlands, Belgium, France, and England, Hungary. What have you got?
Spain, Germany, Portugal, Netherlands, Belgium, France, England, Italy.
Okay, so it's one difference. So will there be any differences in the quarterfinals? Spain, Germany, which way have you given it?
Now this was tough. I honestly spent a few minutes working out which way I wanted to predict this. I did go Germany, and again, similarly to how I felt about the round of 16, I think on home soil, Germany will have that 12th man. They'll have that extra push to beat Spain. But again, if it was Spain, Germany, if Spain were to win, I wouldn't be surprised. This was a very, very tough one. I think this would be a game that could go either way. But I think in my head, to go for Germany makes more sense.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to say the same. I think Germany will easily take that tie. I just think that Nagelsmann is a top coach, and if this game is level going towards that last 30 minutes, he's got the ability to change things up, to be pragmatic and make a difference. Portugal, Netherlands up next then. I think Netherlands are going to take this.
Wow.
I think Netherlands are the stronger team, just about. Now, I think for me, Netherlands are either going semi-finals or groups, like a big shot group exit, but I think it will be the semi-finals, at least for now. I could be swayed by Portugal. I think they're definitely strong, but yeah, for me, judgment call went Netherlands.
No, I've gone Portugal. I think they're very, very similar quality of side, but when I look at the teams, Portugal have game changers. They have Cristiano Ronaldo. They have, dare I say it, Bruno Fernandes. They've got players for Portugal that can change the game when they need them most. Ronaldo, yes, he's off playing in the Saudi League, but look at the numbers he put up in 2020. If he can replicate those numbers...
Look at the numbers he put up in qualifying. 10 goals.
Exactly. And I think if he can find that form, and again, in these games, this could be 1-1, but I can see him scoring to make it 2-1. He changes the game. For me, that is just slightly tipped scales in Portugal's favour. I think Portugal will take that one.
Yeah, fair enough. Up next, it's Belgium versus France. I just can't see a way Belgium win this, unfortunately. I think they're a strong team, and if France were to get a shock exit, then maybe we'll see Belgium go quite deep. But I think that is a huge stumbling block, and Belgium will be praying that Netherlands top that group, because that'll hand them a really nice tie if they can progress through that. But yeah, I think France win that. And then you've got England, Italy. So who are you going for there?
I'm gonna go England, of course. Revenge for 2020. Big game again. I think I say it'll be close, but England for me are a better quality side than Italy and should have never lost in 2020. I look at the quality of sides now. England still have the better quality. They should win the game.
Italy weren't winning, Euro winning caliber back then. They're certainly not now. That they've lost a lot of their best players. So yeah, I think
manager as well.
Exactly. Spalletti is good though. Spalletti is very good. Let's not doubt that. Also, I've got England, Hungary, and while I'd love to see Hungary progress, they're not beating England, are they? It's coming home. Into say finals then. So we've set up. Well, I've got a very exciting derby between Germany and Netherlands, which I'm gutted isn't the opening day.
Yeah.
Because I was sat there watching the draw, praying that Netherlands would get drawn against Germany, and we could see that game on the opening day rather than Germany Scotland. Unfortunately, that didn't come to fruition, but Germany Netherlands in the semi-finals, arguably even better. I think Germany will edge it. I think that, huge grudge match there, but on home soil again, Germany have that advantage and they will be finalists for their home tournament.
Fair enough. I've got Germany, Portugal, but I'm going for the same winner. I think Germany will take it. I know I said Portugal had those game changers, but I think Germany have got the better quality. Their home tournament, the cards are in their favour. They've got a good hand and they're going to play it well. I think they will be finalists.
Yeah, fair enough. And then my other semi-final, France versus England. It's difficult not to be biased here. It's coming home. It's coming home.
France are ridiculous, and every reasonable brain cell in my head said pick France, Germany, France final. But sometimes in life you don't listen to those reasonable brain cells. It pays off. So I've got England to win, and I'll set up a Germany-England final.
I've got the same final. I think it's reasonable for England to win. I think that France are very good, of course, but I think that the quality between the two sides is very tight. I think a lot of other people will disagree with that because we couldn't beat Iceland. But
no, exactly, that's a good reason to disagree.
But we didn't have Jude Bellingham, and that's going to make the key difference.
Jordan Pickford.
Exactly, and maybe if Kane doesn't miss a penalty again in normal time, and then
France got that. Yeah, that's what I said. France got lucky in the World Cup.
So lucky.
Jammy bastards, France.
Germany-England final then. For me, this feels written in the stars. Two old foes meeting on German soil. England's haven't won anything since they beat Germany on England's soil in 1966. It feels poetic for England to win Euro 2024.
It does.
Is it happening?
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Call me stupid. Call me delusional. England are winning it. I just think. I mean, even you hear about it. Paul Merson saying Southgate has to win. No excuses. Southgate saying he needs to win. If not, he's gone. He knows
he should be gone anyway.
Gareth Southgate knows that his England side need to win this tournament. And I think when a manager knows like that, and when the players want it as badly as the player, we want to revenge ourselves for 2020. We want to make it up. We're fed up of all the the not the rumours, but the claims that we'll never win anything. We want to lay them
speculation.
Exactly. Put it to bed. Win the Euros. Shut everyone up. And finally, since 1966, football can come home.
All right. Some other ones. I know we haven't prepared these, so off the cuff because I want to ask. Golden Boot.
I mean, obviously the obvious one is Mbappe, but I think do you know what I'm going to go for? Spain. Kane and Mbappe will be tied going into the final. Harry Kane will score the winning goal in the final and he'll win the Golden Boot with it as well.
Fair enough. I don't think England will score enough in the groups, though. I'm going to go for Romelu Lukaku because
fair enough.
Belgium getting a quarter-finals.
He'll score 8 in the groups.
Well, exactly. He might get one against France. I've got who's he playing the 16s? Croatia.
Yeah.
I think he could score there. He comes into this tournament 14 goals in qualifying. They play Romania, Slovakia and Ukraine. He could easily notch up 6 goals in the groups. And then he's ahead of the 2 top scorers at the last tournament.
Yeah.
So for me, that feels like a really obvious one. Yes, Mbappe could score a load in the group, but I think that Netherlands game's a tough one. Austria, not so much. Poland, even less. But I don't think he's going to get 6 in there. Lukaku easily could. So yeah, I think he will be my top goal scorer. You going Kane?
I'll go Kane.
I think Kane's the obvious one. If England do win it, it's likely going to be because Harry Kane is top goal scorer. Top player, it's usually the same sort of thing, isn't it? But
I'll go Bellingham.
yeah, fair enough. I will say.
If not Wirtz.
Ooh,
Because
yeah.
I've got Germany getting to the final. I think I've got Germany-England final. If England win it, it'll be Bellingham. If Germany win it, it'll be Wirtz.
Yeah, I think it could be a similar sort of thing. I think it could be Musiala though over Florian Wirtz.
Maybe.
So
I think
they
Wirtz is
might
better
give it to
tournament.
Tony Kroos because of his
They might.
swan song.
And that would
And
be...
he's going to have to be good if they're
yeah,
getting there.
of
But
course.
I think if England win it, I will say I don't think it'll be Jude. I think it will be Trent. Is what I'm going to say because he's likely going to start in midfield now alongside Declan Rice.
Well, hang on, let me change my prediction. England getting groups.
Little creative presence in there. I think he'll be. I think he'll be the player tournament. That'll be my bold.
Wow.
That's my boldest prediction, other than Hungary beating Italy.
I'll buy a Trent England shirt, that happens.
Oh, there we go. If Trent gets the official UEFA player of the tournament, Harry will buy a Trent Alexander-Arnold England shirt. Fantastic
Burn it.
stuff. Andy will burn it, apparently.
No, I'll donate it to charity.
Fantastic stuff. Anyway, that is about all we have time for today.
Yes.
If you want to get in the Euros mindset, it starts tomorrow, but that's more than enough time to check out all 6 previews for the tournament. We've done a preview for each of the groups. There'll be one on screen now, be one either A, B, C, D, E or F, but the playlist will also be linked in the top right, so you can go over there and go and watch all of them, or whichever one you fancy. Go and check those out now. But yes, we do start tomorrow. Germany, Scotland will be live for it from 7:45. And remember, we'll be live for every single game throughout the tournament. So if you're watching the Euros, you might as well watch us as well and join in the fun. But that is everything from us today. Thank you guys very, very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.